Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Dr. Sherwali Khan, Senior Demonstrator, Community Medicine. My topic is child labor. We have to discuss child labor today. What is child labor? It is defined as the work that deprives children of their childhood, their potential, and their dignity, and that's harmful to physical and mental development. It may also be defined as the work for children that harms them or exploits them in some way, maybe physically, mentally, morally, or by stopping access to education. Child labor refers to the employment of children at regular and sustained labor. This practice is considered exploitative by many international organizations and is illegal in many countries. Child labor in Pakistan. In Pakistan, children aged 5 to 14 are about 40 million. During the last year, the Federal Bureau of Statistics released the results of its survey. The findings were that 3.8 million children age group 5 to 14 are working in Pakistan. Out of these 40 million, 50% of these economically active children are in age group of 5 to 9 years. Out of these 3.8 million economically active children, 2.7 million were claimed to be working in the agriculture sector. Mean 6 to 70% were involved in the agriculture sector, and 73% of them are boys. Factors which lead to child labor causes. According to Federal Bureau of Statistics, 33% of our country's total population is leading life below the poverty line, in which the people are deprived of basic necessities of life like clothing, shelter, food, education, and treatment or medication. The children of these people will be forced to become laborers or workers in order to survive. Mostly people in the Pakistan are uneducated and they don't know the importance of education. Let's summarize the causes of child labor. Poverty is one of the main culprits for child labor. Overpopulation may lead to child labor. Parental illiteracy and want more income. The parents want more income, which causes child labor. Lack of schools for study. High education and living cost causes child labor in the country. There are weak laws in the country for the protection of child, so causes child labor. Adult unemployment and urbanization causes child labor. Lack of education. Wrong intention of factories mean low salaries and more workforce. Facts of child labor in Pakistan. In Pakistan, 5.7 million 10 to 17 years old are laborers. In Pakistan, 20% of children are laborers, with more than two-thirds of these engaged within the agriculture sector. 67% are involved in the agriculture sector. 13.5% are engaged in hazardous work. In the country, 74% children 10 to 14 years old to be exclusively in school, but dropout rates are high. Disadvantages of child labor. Number one, the children could get involved in bad activities like drugs, robbery. There would be no chance for them to earn a good job because in this lifetime, one needs to have a good education to have a decent job. Children may not be taught how to save money, therefore, never save money to pay for a later education. Children could be used as a source of cheap labor, not allowing enough money to be accumulated over time to help pay for their education. It may cause more uneducated workforce, and this decreases the efficiency of the workforce. Children will not enjoy their childhood. Children will miss out on having fun early in life, and immaturity may actually hinder work from being accomplished. Child labor deprives a child of a proper childhood, as discussed in the definition. He or she suffers physical and mental torture. The child becomes mentally and emotionally mature too fast, which is not a good sign, rather, it is a dangerous sign. Child labor creates poverty. It condemns a child to a life of unskilled, badly paid work. Ultimately, this leads to child labor, with each generation of poor children under cutting wages. You can see diagrammatically the children working in different places, doing different works. Different types of child labor. Agriculture is one of the top child labor. Carpet weaving, automobile workshops, mining, stone marble cutting, mixing pesticides, deep fishing, glass factories, hotel work, textile factory work, street work, and so many other. In different countries, different ratio of child labor are there. In India, it is 14.4%. In Bangladesh, 31.1%. China, 11.6%. Pakistan, 17.7%. Turkey, 20.5%. Egypt, 11.2%. Kenya, 41.3%. Nigeria, 25.5%. Senegal, 31.4%. Argentine, 4.5%. Brazil, 16.1%. How to prevent child labor? Different measures should be applied to for the prevention of child labor. Access to free and compulsory education of good quality, legislation to guarantee access to education and minimum age of employment, awareness, activism, promoting fair trade. Child work should be replaced. Child workers should be replaced with adult workers. Measures should be done to attract girls to school. More female teachers should be employed in rural and some slum areas for preventing child labor and promoting education. Child labor laws need to be strictly enforced and put into practice. The general public needs to be made aware of the severe consequences of child labor. An increase in employment opportunity for adults so as to have increase in family income. Government should ensure that every child gets education and the opportunity to go to school, which will help children learn skills that will help them on a living. Family control of fertility so that families are not burdened by children. Family income should be increased. Mass should be educated. Social services that help children in family service crisis such as disease or loss of home and shelter. Thanks.